Hey guys, so I believe this is day 16. Not quite completely keeping count. But anyway, so for today, or tonight rather, because let's face it, the majority of these are at night, I wanted to talk about a video that I've actually been wanting to make for a few months. And it's mostly because I have seen a large amount of this throughout the community, both on YouTube and off YouTube, just in the pagan community in general, since becoming pagan. And for reference, I am 33 and I became pagan when I was 15. And I kind of want to talk about this has a lot to do with the start of going into paganism, but more so I really want to talk about the, how do I put this? The illusion of one truth. That's a good way to put it, or the way that I was hoping to put it. So when I was a baby witch, I would read something in a book or online in regards to magic and think that that was the way that it needed to be done, until I started to read certain things that just didn't make sense to me. And I saw this a lot, especially in more books that had to do with more ceremonial magic, but you kind of notice it everywhere and you catch it everywhere. And right now it's floating around in one of the conversations that seems to be rather heated on YouTube, which is the whole plastic witchcraft thing. To be perfectly honest, I'm not going to get into that because that's just not, it's not what I do. But I do want to talk about that whole illusion of one truth and how there are so many individuals who seem to think that there's only one way to do something when it comes to witchcraft, and that is not true at all. And this concept, this thought process, is something that I wish I understood going into the craft, because it opens the door for so many possibilities. Once you understand that there's not just one way to do something and that your craft is what you make of it, it really truly becomes yours, and you start to really understand your own authenticity as a witch and as a practicing pagan, or just as a witch if you're not a practicing pagan, because the two are not the same. But I do think it's deeply important to grasp onto this concept and to start making your own traditions, making your own structure in magic. This is why I embrace the whole wing it witch thing, because it was my process in making my own out of my magic. And there are, most of my amazing spells have been me just sitting down and thinking of the intent, but then just sort of letting the creative juices take over and kind of going with, okay, I feel called to use this. I feel called to use this. This is what I feel called to use, this, this, and this. And then suddenly I have a spell before me, and it's all because I put my own into it. Pretty much everything that I take from books and stuff, I take it at its base level, and then I start adding my own to it. And I haven't cast a spell that was someone else's completely since I was in my teens. It's all just been me starting to grasp my own bits and pieces here and there. And I suggest this also with, if you observe the Sabbats, make your own traditions for them. I think that that's something that is really wonderful. If you continue to observe the Sabbats and you start to make your own traditions, say each for instance, perfect example, each Mabon we usually make like a stew. That's just something that I've started to do. Or let's see, each Yule I like to drink like a cider or a mead generally, and I go out and I pour some on the snow as an offering to Odin. But that's something that's specific to my path and that deity that I work with. But there is never really one way to do something, and if someone tells you that there is this one truth to how something should be done, it's complete bull. Don't listen to them. Formulate your own path. It's really, really important that you do that. And like I said a little earlier in this video, once you start to do that, you start to have such a, hello Prue, her and Luna have to be in my videos, every single one of them. You start to formulate your own authentic path, and you start to create a deeper connection with your magic and your craft and your belief structure and your spirituality, and you start to feed your spiritual self. And I think that that is just truly a remarkable thing. It really is. So please don't take to heart those who tell you that there is only one way to do something. It is not true. There are so many different ways to do something, and find something that works for you. Don't buy into the illusion of one truth, because it is an illusion only. Do what you are called to do and go from there. So that's my video for today. I really, like I said, I really wanted to make this video for quite some time. So I hope it turned out well. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to put my glasses back on so I can actually see and turn off the camera, because my poor self is blind. Oops. There we go. So blessed be, guys, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video.